If you've been scrolling through endless scanner specs, watching YouTube unbox videos, and still can't picture which machine actually fits into your daily workflow, this review is here to cut through the noise. You've probably asked yourself whether you need a beast that can gulp a stack of contracts in seconds, or if a modest desktop model will just slow you down and waste paper. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's walk through a realistic day with the Fujitsu FI7900 and see if the hype matches what you'll really experience on the floor. First off, imagine a mid-size law firm that processes roughly 2,000 pages of client paperwork every week. They need to scan contracts, exhibits, and evidence quickly enough to keep up with billable hours, but they also can't afford to have the scanner jam every few minutes and force a tech call. The FI7900's 500-page feeder is the sort of capacity that lets the staff load a whole docket of files and walk away while the machine pulls each sheet through. In practice, that means you can finish a full docket in under 10 minutes, leaving the team to focus on review rather than feeding paper. That speed isn't just a headline number. The scanner actually delivers 140 pages per minute in color at a usable 300 dpi resolution, which is more than enough for most business documents. If you need both sides in one go, the double-sided pass still clocks in under the same time frame, so you aren't sacrificing throughput for completeness. For a medical office digitizing patient records, that translates to scanning an entire patient folder, often 100 pages of forms, lab reports, and consent documents without breaking a sweat. Now, the real differentiator for many users is that intelligent multi-feed and lag detection technology. In a busy environment, a stray piece of torn paper or a sticky receipt can halt a scan and force you to restart. The FI7900 senses a jam before the sheet actually stops, alerts you on the LCD panel, and gently backs the paper out to keep the line moving. In the field, that means you lose seconds, not minutes. A school district that scans student artwork, report cards, and permission slips can keep a rolling queue moving, even when a glue-stuck page sneaks in. Automatic separation control is another feature that sounds technical, but has a very practical impact. When you're scanning a mixed batch, say, a stack of invoices mixed with a few glossy flyers, the scanner automatically adjusts the feed pressure to handle the different textures. You don't have to pause, change settings, or manually separate the glossy items. For a small print shop that processes both matte contracts and glossy marketing brochures, this cuts down prep time dramatically. Stacking control and the optional elevator stacker also deserve a mention. After a scan, the machine can sort the finished sheets into a neat stack or feed them directly into a bin that can be lifted to waist height, reducing the need to crouch and collect the output. In a busy reception area, that little ergonomic benefit prevents staff from constantly bending over a pile of paper, which adds up to a smoother workflow over the day. All these strengths come with a few trade-offs that matter when you're deciding whether to invest. The first is size. The FI7900 is a floor-standing unit, roughly the footprint of a large copier, so you need a dedicated space, ideally a small room, or a corner of a larger office. If your desk is already crowded with a computer, printer, and filing cabinets, you'll have to rearrange. That's not a deal-breaker for a medium-sized office, but a solo entrepreneur working out of a home office might find it excessive. Second, the price point sits higher than a typical desktop scanner. You're paying for speed, capacity, and the advanced paper handling. If you only need to scan a few pages a week, the return on investment diminishes quickly. For hobbyist photographers or occasional DIY archivists, a lower-cost flatbed will do the job without the overhead of a 500-page feeder you'll never fill. Third, the maximum optical resolution caps at 300 dpi. For legal contracts, invoices, or standard medical forms, that resolution is more than sufficient. However, if you're scanning fine art reproductions, where you need 600 dpi or higher to capture texture, you'll hit a ceiling. The FI7900 isn't marketed as an archival art scanner, so the limitation aligns with its target market business document throughput. Who should buy it? Any organization that regularly processes large batches of two-sided documents and can't afford downtime. Law firms, medical practices, insurance agencies, and educational institutions all benefit from the rapid feed, automatic jam handling, and the ability to stack output at a comfortable height. If you already have a workflow that includes scanning as a bottleneck, this unit will likely shave hours off your weekly schedule. Who should skip it? Small businesses that only scan a handful of pages a day, freelancers working from a kitchen table, or anyone who needs ultra-high-resolution scans for fine art reproduction. In those cases, the bulk of the FI 7900's features go unused, and you'd be better off with a compact flatbed.